Hello, and welcome to the 13th episode of the Fear and Terror podcast. For real this time. My name is Gordo, and I just want to say that this episode took way longer than needed due to IRL things and poor time management on my part. But the long-awaited Tarkov episode is finally here. In this episode, we are joined by some of the Tarkov guys and talk about the current state of the game and our views on it, and proceed to find out what we think the best map in Tarkov is. Tarkov guys then talk about their experience with cheaters and bring some insight about how we could combat them. We then talk about who or what got us into the game and discover that Bios may or may not have talked Jake into buying Tarkov during his ambassador meeting. As always, thank you for listening and post in the comments what you want to see in the future episodes. Hello everyone, welcome to the Fear and Terror podcast. My name is Gordo, I'm your host and the manager of the Fear and Terror podcast team. Today I'm joined with the Tarkov people with Everything's Jake.
Hello.
Kilram.
Hello.
Pink Guy.
How do you do?
And EU Shifty.
Good morning, everybody.
Shifty, being EU, is currently awake late at night at 2:34 a.m. So I want to first off thank Shifty for being here and staying up late.
That's my pleasure.
So from what I know, Kilram was the old director of Tarkov, then passed it off to John Smith, who I should have invited, but I did not think about it. I don't even know if John Smith's around. Is he?
Yeah, John still plays Smite. He's
Oh.
not been playing Tarkov for a while now because he's kind of burnt out on the game. He spent a long time doing a lot of wipes. So he's moved over and he's doing some ranked Smite until Streets of Tarkov comes out. So he'll jump back into the community when he's starting to play it again, I'm sure. But for now, he's a bit AFK.
That's my plan as well, wait until Streets of Tarkov. I haven't touched the game in a bit. And then after John, we got Jake, who's been the director ever since.
Yeah.
How long have you been director now? It's been around 8 months, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just
It's
been,
been a while.
Definitely somewhere. It's definitely around 8
Somewhere
months.
in that time, yeah.
It's written down somewhere.
Yeah, it's written down somewhere. I'm just too lazy to look. And before that, Killam, how long were you director of Tarkov for? A year, I suppose?
Yeah, the only director that's made it a year at the time.
Well, Bios made it a year, didn't he? Or no?
Yeah. Well, I'm the only director that's made it 2 years now, so still have a trophy.
So got the best director award trophy just hanging around somewhere. Gotta
Just
get that.
write that
printed out
down,
for him.
Jimmy. Yeah,
Yeah.
write that down, Jimmy. We need a trophy right
We'll
now.
send it along to him. So how long have you guys been playing Tarkov for? Let's start with Jake.
Oh boy. Little over a year and a half maybe. I started playing whenever I joined Fear and Terror, actually.
I can tell you exactly, Jake.
What's that?
Oh,
Jake
Jake?
has been playing for 1 year and 8 months because he joined a week. He joined Fear and Terror a week before I did.
Huh? That's
Oh.
pretty crazy.
Yeah.
We literally
Uh,
started the game at the same time.
Isn't that like the .11 patch?
Something like that, yeah.
It was
0.11.
11.7?
It was like a few weeks before that
I
patch
think it was
dropped.
before 10, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, it was around 10. It was just before the patch dropped.
Yeah, I joined
Yeah.
like a year ago for Tarkov, and I was like the .11 patch where I started playing. But I started like late wipe, and I was like, "Why is this game so hard?" And I didn't understand the wipe mechanics.
Yeah,
Cool.
didn't. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. What was you saying?
I was just gonna say, didn't Labs drop in .11?
Yes,
Yes,
the
it
economy
did.
Yeah.
was so screwed up that there were bots
Yeah.
in it, and I remember I couldn't buy anything without the bots being like,
Yeah.
"All right, we're gonna inflate the prices."
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's for
That's
real.
the way that it went.
That's whenever I started, yeah. Right whenever Labs dropped for free. Just so everyone knows, it used to be a free map.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
Used
worst
to be able to run in
idea.
there. Oh, I think it was a great idea. It's still my favorite map to run. It's just completely and utterly destroyed at the moment. You just can't
I
run
used
it.
to go in with a Mosing because it was free and
Yeah.
absolutely nothing else.
A Mosin on those raiders was awesome.
Yeah.
Still have clips from those days where you get insane kill streaks with Mosins on that map.
I started playing this game at the start of 2019, and I remember being so proud that I made it to level 20 at the time.
What level are you now?
I'm level 50.
Now you look at that, it's like, wow, that ain't shit.
No.
I think
Yeah.
when you get past level 40, it's more about how much time you
Having a
sunk
good
into the
time.
wipe.
Yeah.
It's literally it becomes more of a time grind than an XP grind. It's just
Mhm.
shows that, for instance, Jake was what, level 40 after 5 days this wipe. I mean, that's
Yeah.
absolutely
Wow.
unbelievable. 20
5
hour days to
days?
get there.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
Pestily. Jesus.
yeah, exactly. But in
Jesus.
those 5 days, it was so much easier for him to do all the quests and to level up because nobody else had any gear, nobody else had anything going for them. Whereas now, if you try and get to level 40 in 5 days, you're absolutely mullered. You can't do it because
Mhm.
everyone's got N level gear and you're just trying to run and find a pocket watch in a blooming tanker.
Oh
It's
my gosh.
it's
And
stupid.
a scav's on a machine gun shooting at you.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I
Or
hate
looting your
that.
kills.
Yeah, pretty much. Kill, how long have you been playing?
I played for 2 years, I think.
Okay.
No, a year and a half, probably, actually. I
About how
can't remember
long?
when I stopped. I think it was shortly. They made labs not free anymore. And then I went on that 41 loss streak, and then I managed to finish
Oh.
debut after 4 days. And then I was like, all right, I beat the game. I'm done.
41 loss streak?
Yeah, I had
Oh my
lost
God.
41 raids in a row, in groups, solo, like mixed the whole time. I just played with whoever would help me. And I
Or
would
not
think
help you.
or not help me. I mean, I started getting team
No one
kills. So I was like,
helped you.
I'll do it myself. And literally, I couldn't get any pump shotguns, and yeah, it took me 4 days to do debut, which is, for the people that don't know, that's the first quest of the game. Every wipe took me 12-hour days to do it.
Just to
This
get
is my weekend just to do that fucking quest line, and then I beat
Debut.
it.
Is debut
And
the one where you have to get the shotguns and kill the 5 scavs?
Yeah,
yeah, the shitty
That's-
shotguns that all the scavs
me-
have.
took me
That you
5
could-
days.
At
Or
that
4
point, you
days.
could buy from Skier for
Yeah.
No,
rubles.
it was that wipe where they wouldn't let you do that anymore. You couldn't buy the
Oh,
shotguns
right,
anymore.
okay.
Mm.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you.
So I was like, I'd finished that. I finally survived a raid and completed that quest, and I was like, all right, that's enough. We'll wait.
Yeah.
All right, Shifty, how long have you been playing for?
A week shorter than Jake.
A week shorter than Jake.
So-
All right.
So I originally got the game at Christmas in 2017. I started just before the new year in 2017, and I joined Fear and Terror about 5 days after getting the game. And I remember my first ever raid. I went in as a scav on Factory because I'd seen lots of streams, and Factory seemed like quite a simple map, so I thought I might be able to do it. And I'll never forget the fact that I spent the first 5 minutes walking from one end of Factory to the other as slow as I possibly could, just literally to have someone walk up behind me and shoot me, and me just go, "Oh my God, never playing this game again. No, it's all over. It's done. No, this is terrifying. It's a horror game. It's so scary." And I joined Fear and Terror, and people started holding my hand and taking me through raids, and I've not looked back since.
That's why that's probably like one of the biggest like deterrents. Like every time I play Factory, I'm like, I'm fucking shitting myself. I hate this. I want out, and I don't know where any of the exits are without looking up a map. It's so
That's the thing.
bad.
When you're used to the game, you don't give a damn. You run around, you sprint, you don't care. You know all of the ways around. You know how to get behind people. But when you don't know what you're doing, you don't know the mechanics. You see a scav. Of course, the AI scav's not going to shoot at you if you're a scav. But you're like, oh my God, what do I do? He's going to kill me. He's going to kill me. And then you shoot one bullet at him, and you completely miss, and you don't kill him because you're terrible at the game. And then suddenly every scav in the entire map starts screaming their head off, throwing grenades at you and chasing you. I mean, it's not a very forgiving game for new people if they don't have someone helping them.
No, that's probably the biggest thing about the other Tarkov communities, that they have the Sherpa services, but that's a lot of work doing that shit. I couldn't imagine. Like having
Oh,
to
it's a
deal.
nightmare doing it
Oh, I figure. Like fucking.
without offline raids.
So
Offline
yeah,
group raids. I mean.
Kilram
Yeah, you can't do
has
that.
always said that there's no point in having a Sherpa system until you can do multiplayer offline raids.
They
Like,
need it.
I remember that from when I first joined
Yeah.
this Discord, and there is no point in trying to help anyone out in that sense as a Sherpa until you're not going to risk your gear doing it, because I mean it's not a very nice feeling going into a raid with a couple of people that don't know what they're doing and just trying to help them, and you just get shot.
There's nothing worse though when you play with somebody new and they get a kill, like a PMC, and they don't clear out the rest of the room and they just body slam on it.
Yeah, they go to the loot.
I remember Killer sent a video of that once. It was a recruit in him in a raid in factory, and Killer gets a kill, but a recruit immediately dive bombs to the body. He gets nailed by someone behind like a silo or something. It's kind of
Yep.
funny.
Yeah.
It's
At
just
least
Yeah.
I
like
knew.
that.
I was like, oh, thanks for dying for me. Now I know someone's watching it.
All
Yeah,
right.
there's a big thing too whenever you're helping. Like I don't mind trying to like share for people. I have like $1 billion worth of gear that I don't care about losing. I'll never lose before wipe is over at this point. I don't mind chirping. I just get really disappointed whenever I play with new people and I'm like, this should be so easy, guys. Come on. Like all you have to do is run around the corner and shoot them. Just run around the corner and shoot them. And they're like, no, I'm gonna wait. And then like they take all the loot and run. And they're like, oh, they're gone. I'm just gonna run to exit. And you're like, what are you doing, bro?
Could have got more
That was an
loot.
easy kill. That was an easy kill.
Oh yeah.
It should
I
have
find
been
that more disheartening than losing gear personally.
when you could have
Mm.
made more money.
Oh yeah, I don't even care about making money at this point. I go in with whatever I want. I just care about fighting people. That's my only goal in the game. Once I hit level 40,
Yeah.
everything I do is just for PvP, and that's it. I go in to kill people, and I leave. I don't even care if I get a let X or anything. I'm just leaving.
Just
Kill
dipping.
people and leave. Yep.
You're incredibly generous, Jake. I mean, I have to say that I've done a lot of raids on stream with you recently, and I mean, you really don't care. You're just like, yeah, it's fine. I'll dump your stuff, no problem. I killed you, no bother. They come
Yeah,
and
what was
steal
the
that,
guy we were
it's
playing with
awesome.
yesterday? And he needed like
Digital. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
he
went
needed
into
a
a raid.
a teacup, two
Two
lions, and there's something
and a
else.
teapot, and a teapot.
Yeah, and there's a vase too. And there's like 5 items. And I was just like, yeah, there you go. That's
There
at
you
least
go.
$1
We
million
just found them
worth
in
of
one
items.
raid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I
Jeez.
found all the items too. I was just like, oh yeah, here you go. Oh yeah, here you go.
Forever giving Tarkov director. So there you go, guys. If you need any quest doing, just bug Jake in his stream, and he'll help you with them.
For sure.
That's level 40 though. You're especially once you have enough money, you're just like, fuck it, I'm here to kill people.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the game's good for, though. I mean, PMC combat is one of the things that I enjoy most about the game. Getting into random gunfights in places, and certainly since they've upgraded customs and reserve, and they've added some of the extra rat runs, etc., like under reserve, the new system down at the bottom. When everyone was trying to do that quest down there when it first came out a couple of months ago, I mean, I think everyone would agree you had some of the best combat you've had in a long time. Like all of the squads coming from different directions, merging into one gauntlet downstairs, and you were able to run around, you were able to get behind them. You really could do pincer maneuvers, you could do all sorts of things if you're with a good team, and it was some of the best combat I've ever had in Tarkov. Same goes for customs. I think the new customs expansion is incredible. Like the way that you can now move through customs, and you can get around people. It's not so much of a linear map anymore. It's now more of a big square, and you can take any route that you like, and you go wherever you want. It's no longer just let's run to dorms, let's leave dorms, let's check gas, and let's extract. You've got so much more going, so much more to do there as such, and that's why Streets of Tarkov is so exciting. I mean, a map where they're saying that there's potentially going to be 40 PMCs on one map. I mean, if the servers can handle it, then that's going to be absolutely incredible. 5-mans will actually be able to run full squad with the space to do it, like break off into teams and all sorts. It's
Yeah.
going to be really exciting.
That's the other thing. Tarkov servers are notorious for having problems, I feel like. Well, like, when I was playing, they did.
Well, they still do.
Oh, they still do? Yeah, I
They have their
guess.
moments.
It was just like the rapid expansion of like the player base, and then once they release an update, everyone joins in and plays, you know?
That's how Streets is gonna be.
Mhm.
I guarantee
Yeah.
you. Whenever Streets gets released, it'll be 300,000 concurrent players.
Whenever it gets released.
It'll
Well,
be like
it'll
when we
be 2
first started.
wipes.
Yeah,
two
so they've
wipes from
announced.
now.
They announced on Reddit a couple of days ago. I don't know if you want me to pull the post up for you to archive, Gordo, but they announced on Reddit, and Nikita did a post, basically saying, "Sorry guys, the next post will not, the next update will not be Streets of Tarkov. They're going to upgrade one more map, which they didn't mention what, and
It's gonna
add
be
some
a
more
whip.
content for it."
Come out this way initially.
So the update for so they're going to wipe when they release Streets of Tarkov, but they're from what I've heard anyway. But they're going to release another update in the next month or two,
Okay.
that we believe Woods is going to be expanded upon, because Woods is the map they've not really done anything to yet. So they, like they've done for Customs and Reserve, they're going to give a kind of lease of life to Woods and update it, which is really exciting. They haven't really announced what they're going to do to it yet, but because it's already got a scav boss, I'd imagine they're going to open up one of the areas and make it so that you're able to make it less of a U shape, if that makes sense. So
You
I
can go
wonder
all
if
the
they're
way
going
around
to.
the lake.
That's what I was
Yeah,
gonna say. That's what I
what
really
was
hope they
hoping.
do.
That'd be
So
awesome.
you can go either way around the lake, because I mean there is all that space there, so why the hell not? And it would be an
Yeah.
absolute massive map, but it would be so much fun.
They'll have to add
Um,
like more players into the map though.
I think they
I'm
would,
sure.
yeah. But at the same time, having a second area that Scav Boss can spawn, having, it's what they've done for Customs. They've given it a whole new lease of life. So I mean that's what they're going to do next. And then once that patch is out, it will be probably a couple of months. So we're probably looking at a Streets of Tarkov somewhere around the new year is my guess.
All
Which
right.
is similar to Reserve in a way, so it kind of fits that timeline.
I think I should also press upon you that if they say it's going to be December, it'll probably be next December.
Good old BSG.
ESG, yes, exactly.
Mm. So, what got you guys into Tarkov like initially?
Oh boy. I guess I'm up first then.
Yeah.
So I got my PC on the Black Friday. I bought all the parts and I assembled it over that week. Built it myself. First PC ever. Got off of console.
I gotta
Started
ask,
playing.
was it scary?
Yeah, it was. I got it because I wanted to play PUBG, bro. Because I played PUBG on console.
Oof.
Oh,
Oof.
And
ugh.
I got destroyed.
Oh yeah, PUBG.
I can't even tell you how many times on PC on PUBG.
Is it because
and
that
killed
auto
it.
aim wasn't there anymore from that controller
Yeah,
days
the
on
assist
on a
and all
console?
that. And well, it's not even that, but like everyone in PC can aim within 1 second.
Oh no,
Of
PUBG had a bad problem with hackers for a while though.
yeah, but
Oh,
it wasn't
yeah,
even
it was
that, bro. It was
China, wasn't
not
it?
hackers. I could shoot a whole magazine at someone and then they would kill me. It was that I couldn't shoot and that everybody else could. So I mean, you go from console where I was a decent gamer, and I think on PUBG in console, I was at one point in the top 2% of the players on console for PUBG. And that, I mean, if you're playing console versus console, like, controller versus controller, there's that leeway of aim where even if you have a desync bug, like if there's not good connection, you miss enough shots with your controller that it still feels right. It was like just anytime I ever heard someone shot, bam, dead. And so it killed the game for me. And then I went looking for more games and I found Sandstorm Insurgency and Squad. And so I started playing both of them and I needed someone to play Squad with. And so I played on a server one time called Fear and Terror. And I was like, whoa, I'm
Wow.
having a fun
They have
time.
squad? Does Fear and Terror have squad? Who knew?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
who knew about Squad, dude?
And this is the funniest part. So I apply. And then I go for my ambassador meeting and BIOS does it for me.
Oh
Like
my
with
god.
a couple other people. And BIOS is talking to me about these other games and literally talks me into buying Tarkov in the interview.
Wait,
I go buy
really?
the EOD version, yes. And I never played Squad on Fear and Terror.
Wait,
I didn't
so
know that. That's funny.
That's hilarious.
Unbelievable.
Dude, but the things that BIOS has talked people into is insane. I've seen
Yeah.
Best
that man.
salesman in the world.
Oh my god, he is the salesman in the server. I've
And he
never knew
talked me
that.
out of playing Squad with
But
under
the
him
game
as the
you
director.
got here for. You applied
It
to
got
play
me.
squad.
Wait, does BIOS even play Tarkov anymore?
No, I don't. I think I've only ever
He
played.
He
Tarkov
doesn't
seen
play
it
anything,
twice.
bro. His workload is insane at work.
I don't know. He plays Farming Sim.
Yeah, well that's
to give
kind of
him some
different, isn't it?
peace after fucking work.
It's
Probably.
stress. It's
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like you go out for a walk or you go for a nice walk in a field. I mean, us geeks really just simulate it, don't we? We kind of farm in a field instead of going for a walk.
Yeah, honestly.
Anyways, yeah.
Why did I buy Tarkov? I think it's because I was watching a bunch of Tarkov YouTubers, one of them being Drewski, and I was like, dude, this game's so cool, it's so realistic and shit. So I buy the standard edition, I start playing it, and I hit like level 13, I was like, I'll buy EOD. That was the first mistake. That was the biggest mistake in my life, because after I bought EOD, I had finals, and then I just never re-downloaded Tarkov again like a dumbass. Cause
You should. It's really good.
Oh, I'm on shit internet now. I get 1 megabyte down. So how big is
Oh.
Tarkov?
Ouch, ouch.
Yeah.
It's not
it will
big,
probably take
22
you a
gig.
night. Yeah, 20
Oh.
20 something gigs. It'd probably take you an evening to do it.
Oh, I thought it was like 100 by now. Okay, it's
No.
not
Oh,
Call of
it's
Duty
not. It's
bad.
not Call of
It's
Duty
not
Warzone.
Call
Got
of
it.
Duty.
Have you heard that? That's probably separate, but I heard yesterday that the new Call of Duty that they're going to release is going to be almost 2 terabytes. It's going to
Yeah.
be some ridiculous size.
I'm
like,
not
what the
buying it.
hell?
Why?
Because
Because it's meant to be some massive game. I don't know.
Because
the
the store.
optimization is shit.
Yeah.
It's made for a console, so when they port it over to PC and they try to optimize it, it just gets really big. It's
Yeah.
so weird how that works. I don't know why.
But here's the thing: it's not any smaller on console. My brother is like talking about it's a 50 gig update on console.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
shit,
It
It
takes
is.
up,
yeah.
it's
a little
just
smaller
Takes
as
than
up
big.
so much
terabyte.
space.
That's
Yeah, he's like,
Well,
I have
I'm not-
500
I'm not
gigs.
even
It's literally
talking
the
about
only
this.
game.
I'm not talking about this COD though. I'm talking about the next one. There was some
Yeah.
sort of because they're building the next Call of Duty or whatever, and they
Yeah,
were talking about it.
I'm just saying, like, even the current one is like 300 gigs right now.
Oh yeah.
If you try
Yeah,
to
it's
download
crazy
it,
size.
yeah,
Absolute crazy.
your whole console
And
right there, man.
that's not even that's just download as well. It's not even installed. So once
Yeah.
stuff gets uncompressed and stuff, I'm sure it's bigger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It
I'd love
gets,
to know what it actually is.
I run it on my SSD. I could actually find it out right now. While we're all talking. But Kirim, what convinced you to get playing Tarkov? And it better not be a man whose name begins with an A.
Bias.
What? No, it's not that. I mean, well, that's part of it. It's more I wanted to get away from that person. For those people that don't understand, you can watch the breakout episode. But main one was clan burnout from being a clan leader for squad. And then one of the people in the group managed to convince me, who I don't like anymore. I won't name him, but he's not in FaT anymore anyway. But he convinced me. I bought the basic edition. I went on my first customs raid. I killed like 6 or 7 scabs. We didn't run into any players, but I was like, holy shit, this game is legit. Literally finished that raid and then upgraded to EOD after that one raid. And I just fucking loved it ever since. And then like 1 or 2 months passed by, Jimmy talks to me about what I want to do with my group, and then we end up merging in here, and I became the director, which he like finessed me into. I was like, we'll just join FaT. Like, I don't want to be the leader. And he was like, cool, here's your director role. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm doing this now. That's cool.
Just
And
got
then-
promoted to a red on the spot.
Yeah. But yeah, and then led the division. I do also remember that Shifty, Jake. I don't remember the order. But it seems it went Jake and then Shifty. So then it must have been John was before Jake. They were like within, aside from the people I brought in with my clan, like Turd, Audio, Joker Jr., Champ, a couple of the guys. I remember John, Jake, and then Shifty were the first authentic FaT recruits for the Tarkov division. And then
Oh,
the Pink Guy, I think Pink Guy is like somewhere in top 10, I think, as well.
you did my introduction, sir.
Yeah.
You did my introduction, and I remember sitting here and listening to you and going through it all. And then suddenly I looked down at the clock and an hour and a half had gone past. We were still doing the introduction.
Mine are still, they're not that bad anymore, but because I've had to do so many.
And keep in mind, everyone, that I said that I didn't want to know anything about Squad or any of the other games post-script, and that was just him talking to me about Tarkov. So imagine if you go into an introduction with Kill Room and you ask to hear about Squad, post-scriptum, and everything else that we currently were doing. At least
I do pretty good now. I keep it down to 45 minutes now.
It's got a timer.
A lot of that was me and Jimmy trying to figure out like the policies of FaT and like who.
Oh no, we had a
is
great
in control of
chat.
what.
We had a great conversation. It was really, really
I
interesting.
remember, yeah.
I learned a lot in that conversation.
I cut out a lot of the bullshitting too now when I'm like, all right, this is taking too long. I got shit to do.
Oh yeah, that when I was an ambassador for a short while, that's the one thing you gotta learn is all the bullshit, and then you gotta figure out what everyone wants to hear. It's like, all right, what are y'all here for? Tarkov. All right, let's talk about post-scriptum. No, don't do that shit.
Yeah.
Y'all should buy this game.
That's the worst thing.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing when you're trying to do one of those introductions. Is you sit there and you say, right, I've got 3 people here in lobby. Right, what do you want? What are you all here for? What do you want to do? And one goes, I'm here for squad. The other one goes, I'm here for Tarkov. And the other one goes, I'm here for fun. And you're just like, great, I've got to go through and do every single announcement and
Yeah.
introduction possible.
Oh yeah.
This is the worst group of people ever to do an intro for because none of them want the same things. It's
Oh
like
no,
crazy.
It's painful, but you do what you do.
Oh yeah, completely. It's so worth it. I mean, it's just great knowing where you stand
I love
when
this
you go
fucking
into a
group.
Discord like this. Yeah.
So I figured out the size of the game, Call of Duty, almost 200 gigabytes. It sits at 195,
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
and that's not including the BattleNet launcher.
All that for Call of Duty.
All that for Call of Duty, which comes with a shitty single player campaign. I think it's shit out of 10. An okay multiplayer, and I kind of like Warzone. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of biased to it. It gives me what I want PUBG to be.
I think Warzone is definitely the best thing out of that entire game. If the actual game and campaign didn't exist, it wouldn't bother me. But I
Oh,
think
no.
that I genuinely think that Warzone is the best thing that happened. The free to play aspect with objective
Oh yeah.
based gameplay. I could be quite biased because I like objective based. I can't even say it. Sorry, it's 3 a.m. for me right now. Objective based gameplay. I much prefer that, like Rainbow Six Siege and stuff like that, where you have a physical objective rather than just an arena shooter. But that's why I like Battlefield so much more than COD because
Fuck,
you've got a reason
Battlefield.
to actually play it.
Yeah.
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 Pink Eye, what forced you to
What?
buy this damn game?
So I had a roommate in college,
Mhm.
and he built a PC while I was still playing my PS4. And I remember being really jealous that he had a PC and I had a PS4. And um,
Is that was that veterinary college? Okay.
no, no, it wasn't veterinary. But anyway, I go into my graduate school. I get a job. Finally, have enough money to build a PC. I spent $2,000 on a PC, literally just to play Subnautica. Nothing else.
Oh shit.
It's
Could
the
you
only
please-
reason.
Is it Subnautica out on console right now?
It wasn't out
It's-
on console when I got it.
But
It's basically a 16-bit game, isn't it? It's,
Oh my
it's-
god.
But it's literally the only reason I built the PC. And then my buddy's like, "Hey, I'm playing a game called Tarkov now." So I buy the game Tarkov like a couple weeks later. He's not playing it at all anymore, and I've never watched a video of it. I've never heard about it, and I did for 2 weeks in a row. Is all I would do is scav in the woods over and over and over again, and then eventually I got tired of playing by myself, so I looked online to find a Discord. I clicked the first link I saw, and it was FaT. So,
Wow.
Well done.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I wonder if BSG will ever do this. I reckon we should push everyone onto Reddit to get them to try and release the information of how many people buy the game and which game they buy, which version. So if they buy EOD or standard or whatever, and how many raids they do before they quit. I guarantee that there is going to be at least 5 to 10% of the copies
The
purchased
numbers-
that play a few games and then go, I'm never playing this game again. It's terrible. Nah, not for me. And then they just never play it.
Hi,
Because
I'm
I
one
know
of
at
those.
least like 4 or 5 people.
I wonder how many
There we go.
how artificially low the numbers would be if you count all the cheaters they've banned.
Oh well, yeah, that's slightly different, I guess. But you just don't count banned accounts within that list. You just do people that still have active accounts that have only played like a couple of raids. I genuinely wonder how many people how many accounts that would be. Because I think it would be quite a high number. It's a very unforgiving game, and everyone here that's interested in Tarkov knows that it's a hardcore game for hardcore people. So it's not for everyone.
It's a hard game. You could get one tapped in the head and be like, "How'd I die?" And you won't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
That
They're like,
it
where's
sucks.
the kill cam?
Yeah,
Where's
where's
the
the
kill
kill
cam?
cam? Kill cam. Pull that shit up right now.
I've been one tapped by a pistol player before running full kits. So it's like definitely a little bit humbling in the fact that no matter how small your enemy might look, like they have ample opportunity to kill you.
Yeah.
They'll fuck
Yeah.
you
You
up.
never know when there's someone in the bush that you just walk past.
Yep.
That's my favorite part about this game. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, how much game knowledge you know. You can still kill even the most geared player if you take your time and you're patient. And hopefully they're pretty like blissful to the fact that you're there. I mean, I'm like making this percentage smaller and smaller, but I mean, the other day there's like a pistol boy hiding in customs on the rocks, and I heard him shoot, and I was full kidding. I ran up there, and he was like, just like bang, 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 and he got me in the face, and I killed me. I was like, wow, GG's. Well, enjoy the gun. Like,
I would be.
apparently,
so
I'm not better
salty.
than a level 4 pistol boy.
Oh, I want to play this game again. I gotta download it.
See,
It-
you say that now.
Yeah,
but
I
you'll
s-
do one raid and then
yeah, then I'll
install it
I'll
again.
install it. Yeah, I have such an old patch on my computer. I know it's gonna take me ages to like download new shit for it. So you guys were talking about like the current changes that they added, like the and future changes, like the we're talking about woods. We're talking about
So yeah,
what's that
Woods
map
is still
called?
to come, but
Yeah.
we've got Customs that's just had an update where
We
they've
got Reserve.
added 40% to additional space to the map.
It's no
And
longer
then you've got
linear.
Reserve. Yeah, so Customs used to be basically a straight line. You spawn at one side of the map, you exit at the other, and you pass PMCs as you go through the
Good
middle.
luck.
Now you can there's effectively four main routes that you can go to get across the map if you're talking about straight lines. So it's no longer a linear map. You've got options, you can go around, you can go wide bursts of
It's
gunshots, you can do all sorts of things.
it's a linear map still, but it's a wide linear map.
Yeah, it's not as condensed as it was because I
It
remember.
Yeah,
takes-
it's not just one straight line.
It takes 5 minutes and 30 seconds to run from east to west on that map, and 2 minutes and 30 seconds to run north to south. So it's twice as wide as it is tall. And I really enjoy that because there's not actual, like, if you ever see a Call of Duty map, they make them in, or even Battlefield, they make lanes. And you'll have like
Yeah.
3 lanes. Like, if anyone remembers, like, Locker or
Yeah.
or Metro
Battlefield
from
4.
Battlefield 4. Yeah,
Oh,
it's, there's a main route, there's an outside route, and there's an underground route. And there's no real good way to get from the underground route to the main route without being in the center of the map or either end of the map.
mm-hmm.
So therefore, in customs now, they've made it to where there's a lot of objects that kind of block you, but they really don't. They're just a bunch of blobs in the middle of the map, and you just have to work your way around. So it's real easy to fight linearly if you know how to move north and south on that map. That's what I really enjoy about that map now. Is it's not just east and west fights; it's north and south. There's so many flanking routes now, so many new angles. It's by far still my favorite map out to date for
I think
Tarkov.
Interchange is the best map.
I
in
like
my
to agree with
opinion.
this, man.
Oh, dude, I've had some of the best gunfights on that fucking map. I love that
I
map.
think I would have to disagree. I think they've broken Interchange. So
I agree with Shifty
My-
on this one.
my biggest I love Interchange, and a little while ago, just before the end of the last patch, they released an update where they brought Ultra Med Store. So if people don't know, Ultra Med Store is a room up near Tech Light on the top floor that has a good chance of having multiple lead X's in the one room.
They
And you have to
down
turn the power on. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Still has the chance. So you have to turn the power on. You have to open the door. But the point is that now, whenever you go into that map, everybody goes to Texho, Techlight, and Ultra Med Store. So they've added a very high valuable loot area on the same side of the map as all of the rest of the good loot spawns. If they had have taken that Ultra Med Store and put it over by Idea, the other side of the map, they put it up in one of the med stores up there on the other side, it would have spread the combat out on the map. It would have meant that you could either go to Techlight and look for graphics cards and stuff, or you could go to Ultra Med Store, and it would have just spaced it out a bit more so that you weren't all in
You would
one
have found
space.
a lot
'cause-
more
yeah,
natural
exactly.
fights.
And
Well-
and you wouldn't have to all run to one place. I mean, at the moment, there's absolutely nothing on the on the Idea side of the map. The only thing that's there is power, and someone spawns there and turns it on most times anyway. So it's just pointless.
I don't know. I like the power, and I like where Ultra Medical Room is too, personally, because
Then upgrade some of the other tech stores so that there's reason to go to other parts of the map. Because all you've said is you go to power and you go to Ultra Med, you go to Techlight. So you're just literally following those routes. There's
well,
no point
don't
in
know.
going anywhere else.
I like how Ultra Medical is as far as possible from the power station, personally.
Then move
'Cause-
Techlight. I mean, it doesn't. You don't have to necessarily move Ultra Med. It's just that Techlight has the best spawns in the map for graphics cards, etc. And there's Texho underneath it and Rasmussen all within a 30 seconds of each other.
Well,
So
initially, it used to be the fights happen at the tech store, occasionally inside of Ollie, and in the middle by Kiba. But
Yeah.
now I've noticed I get in a lot more fights in interchange at Power Station, and if I do get in a raid where nobody turns the power on, it's a really interesting dynamic because a lot of the PMCs, they don't want to leave the map. So, you can have like 13, 14 minutes left and you can still run into a full squad. So, I
That I
don't know.
mean,
I really like the power system and I like the location of the loot.
Well, the
I'm
other
not
reason why they
disagreeing
need
with the
power.
power system. Yeah, well, I'm not disagreeing that the power system is a good idea. I just wish that they had spaced some of the loot out around the map a bit more, so you naturally find more.
I feel like I'm with Shifty because as it is right now, the only way that I really get into fights, or the way that I know I will get into fights, is secret to tech light or tech light to idea. Those are the only two halls that you'll ever.
Yeah,
You can't like it used to be back in the day whenever I started playing. Go upstairs right now. Let's flank all the way around. Let's get windows. Let's get burning barrel. Let's get people at octagon. Let's watch secret stairs because everybody went to second floor to shoot down on everyone that was running around on the bottom floor looting. And there's none of that anymore. You can literally
you
just
don't
blow
know.
past burning
You didn't
barrel
know where
and
people were coming from
octagons.
because there's so many ways into that bottom floor area by Kiva, etc. And there's
Mhm.
so many ways upstairs with secret, etc. It was really clever because you had on each side, Idea and Ollie, you have secret stairs, you have the main escalator, then in the middle you've got the three sets of escalators.
There's a lot of
So
flanking
actually,
involved
there
with
was
that.
a lot of ways to get upstairs, and there was a lot of ways that you could be flanked upstairs. So even with that, it was a really, really good way of doing it because yes, you had Kiba in the dead middle, which is a great place, the middle of a crossroads where you can look down or be on in two different floors, and it made for really good fights, etc. But all of that is gone because of Ultra Med. So I just think they've ruined that map completely. I don't mind what they've done with power. I don't mind what they've done with the alarm systems. I don't mind that they've added it all. I just wish they'd have spaced it out a bit more to keep that kind of
Gameplay.
interesting gameplay.
And that's something that you're not going to know unless you did play early in 11.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Because before, like, even whenever Labs came out, there was so many hackers at Labs whenever it was free that it was. It still is like it is now, except for now it just hurts more when you die to a hacker on Labs because you've spent so much more money. So I mean, you still had the lab rats, but you also had those lab hackers. You're always gonna have lab hackers. It's always gonna be a thing in this game.
Speed
They'll never
hackers
get
and all
rid of
that
them.
shit.
Oh yeah, you're never gonna get rid of them, and that's why people went to interchange is because you could get like good indoors fights that were up close. You could flank, you could get close. Whereas like with customs, it's mostly a long range. Or woods, shoreline. Most of that is a long range map with small areas you can get close range fights.
Unless you're at resort.
Yeah, exactly. One small area you could
It's
rush there with a
shoreline, yeah.
red dot, but I mean, I'm not bringing RSAS and a VSS into a map.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? So I'm either red dot rushing to resort and then rushing out of the map, or I'm going with an RSAS and just roaming outside the map. I mean, there is, that's what that interchange offered was that you could bring a close range gun and play on a big map and always get in close range engagements with a few long range. I don't know. That's what I loved about that map, and I feel like it is gone now. That I feel like a lot of people just camp the hot spawn loot areas and don't actually move around. I wish they would
Well,
nerf
I,
hot
I
spawn
think
areas.
there's also a lot
off
of rats that literally
below.
will hide in a corner up by Ultra Med Room with no gear on them, but a bag or whatever, and they will wait for the power to go on. And as soon as the power goes on, they run into that room, try and get the LEDX, and then run away and try and extract. It's now. I mean, everyone back in the day when Labs was free, etc., and even when it wasn't, the problem that you had when you spawned into a lab raid with all your gear and you just found 5 hatchets running around trying to grab loot and stick it up their butt as quick as they could. That is now what the interchange has become. I mean, you either get a really good squad that is going to try and camp that area and kill whoever comes, or you get tons of little rat hatchet runners that are trying to get in that room to get the stuff.
And I think it's
And
worse now that you die with you get that lower health because like now everyone takes a pistol. So if it's a hatchet runner who's just gobbling up loot, it used to be you just kill them and they gobbled up your loot. But now they gobble up your loot and they have a chance to kill you too and take your gear. Like, I don't know.
So my next
game is
question
hard.
was to ask about your thoughts about the patches and what would you like done. But I think you guys already progressed naturally towards
I
that.
think the thing that I would be most interested in seeing is they said that eventually they're gonna integrate a loot system into the game where, you know, like a graphics card may not always spawn in the same stores.
Oh, I'm so
Mm.
ready for that. That needs to
Yeah,
happen.
me too.
Like
It needs to
that's
be natural.
first off, everybody's gonna check every single store, and this
Oh,
is
yeah.
just for interchange because that's my most played map. But yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
there's really not much to say beyond that.
that
It
will
was-
help with the. It's just the way static spawns are now. I feel like they really need to bring what you were talking about, that random loot system.
That'd be
Also,
awesome.
if a floor looks like wood on interchange, it should sound like wood.
Is that still a problem?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
yes.
god.
You can walk on wood floors that don't sound like wood, and you can walk on floors that don't look like wood that sound like wood.
I remember
There's a lot
Yeah.
of things
there's
like
also
that.
context in a game that like if someone walks on wood, you'll hear it. And
Oh,
that's
yeah.
all you'll
Yeah,
hear.
yeah.
Oh, what are those called? The fucking
GSSHs.
yeah, because those were like the first contacts you unlocked. I was like, yeah, I could buy these and use them when I use them, and someone was
And
walking
then
on wood.
all you can hear is
Yeah.
yourself.
All you hear is yourself walking on wood. It's like, I wonder if it's just me or there's someone else in here. And you die to
So
yourself
I-
running around the corner with contacts on.
So I came up with something interesting on stream earlier with some of the guys that were in chat, which was how stupid it is when you're walking through woods or shoreline or anywhere where there's bushes, that when you're walking through a wooded area and you're trying to avoid all the bushes and trees and you lightly graze a branch and suddenly you hear because suddenly you've disturbed every single bush on the bloody planet. And I wondered if they're trying to make it ultra realistic and stuff. I wondered if there was some sort of bushcraft skill that they could introduce to the game, some sort of thing that as you move through bushes, you get much better at moving through them quietly.
Or
And so
dynamic
you can start
hitboxes.
leveling that up. Yeah, or dynamic hitboxes would be incredible, and some sort of sound. Because let's face it, guys, have you ever actually pushed past a tree? It doesn't make any noises like that at all. I get bushes, but trees are not bushes. So come up with a new sound effect, please. It's really annoying.
Just a hollow sound.
Just
Yeah,
a
like you're out there with
whack
a,
as it hits the guy behind you as you walk through and let go of the branch. They
You know,
actually
that's-
take damage to their head.
I know it's a game, but I would love for the game to it like have a skill for walking where you can trip and fall if you're walking like
Yeah,
over a
stumble
pile
over
of
it.
garbage.
Oh my gosh.
Completely.
It's
Like,
gotta be
hey-
like a small percentage though when it starts out like
Oh
like,
yeah, for
something
sure.
like
Can
5%
you imagine
though.
a fully geared dude chasing you down and he just falls?
Get fucked.
Can you imagine them running up the escalator and interchange and they miss a step, stumble, and knock themselves out on the
They'll die.
steps on the
No,
escalator?
they hit one of these stairs
They
on
fall
escalator.
off the edge. Yeah.
They cave their head in.
Ragdoll effect.
Die to yourself.
Five men.
Oh
Five
my
men
God.
creeping down
Dudes running
a
up to
hallway.
Oh,
I
I
was just
lose
about to
it.
say 5 men in like the bathroom on Factory walking through the corridors there, and one of them slips on a puddle.
Some dude's running up to the edge of upstairs interchange, trips, falls off the edge, and dies.
Or then when you fall, you accidentally pull the trigger, and then you accidentally kill one of your party members.
Or even shoot yourself, bro. You could like fall on your gun and shoot your own arm off or something, or your
Oh,
leg.
geez.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is something that I don't know if any of you guys play Ground Branch. It's another first-person shooter that's
Never heard of it.
very indie.
I've heard of it.
In the game allows you to keep 3 different stances for your weapon, which is like on your chest, in ready mode, which is like up, and then a standby where you hold it up in the air. And your gun stays in that position until you go to ADS or until you go to shoot, and it pops in that position. So it keeps it takes
to have
stamina.
it up against your
and-
body. Like if you're trying to hide around a corner or something, being able to hold it up
Exactly.
against you so it doesn't poke out. Because if you've got a shotgun, have you seen they're like 20 foot long? And if you're trying to hide around a corner, you just see this guy's massive dong of a shotgun poking
It's
out from around a cardboard box, and you're like, "Well, I think there's someone hiding behind that with a shotgun.
Hey, you
I
just
can
shoot
see
from the
it. Look."
cardboard box.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so and then there's difference, like if you have it down on your chest, in the game it allows you to sprint faster and move around faster because your gun's close to your chest. It takes less stamina to run. And then if you keep it up, it eats more stamina, or you can't move as fast while your gun's in the ready position. And then if it's up, that's the fastest ADS time or whatever. It's some crazy thing like that. But it keeps it. I don't know. It's just a new, fresh idea I think that the game could really use. that would be. I mean, the game's already so hardcore where you can peek, blind fire. Why can't you change stance of your gun? You know what I mean? I think that'd be a cool added.
That's a new hotkey that everyone's gonna have to memorize.
Exactly, bro. Alt WXR.
Oh,
Just buy a
WXR.
mouse with the most amount of buttons.
God, yeah, I have a mouse that has like fucking 20, like not 20 buttons, but it's somewhere up in near 20. And I was just like, this mouse would be perfect for Tarkov if I just bound like a bunch of like useless keys to it.
That I
Oh.
mean, I would love to have a mouse that I could do that with, but I just have a 2-button mouse. I have like aim, shoot, my middle mouse button, and I have 2 side buttons. And I just keep it as my free looking T because my middle mouse button broke because I got a crappy mouse. Apparently, I can't free look with it anymore, so I have to use one of my other buttons to do it.
Oh yeah, my mid mouse is going out too. It fucking sucks.
I just bought a new mouse actually, and I'm loving it. Logitech makes a great mouse. 10 out of 10.
Logitech, you say? I got a
Logitech.
Corsair.
I
the
used to have a
Logitech
Corsair, my bro.
G502.
Yeah, Logitech has got, they'll boast about their accuracy. I don't give a shit about the accuracy. What I give about is how it feels in my hand, damn it. And it
Yeah,
feels
exactly.
great.
I like really heavy mice,
There's
which
like,
I know is not usually the most popular, but like I maxed out the weight of my mouse.
that's what Corsair does, doesn't it?
Yeah, they have weights. You can change
Yeah.
the weights in your mouse so you can change how heavy and stuff it is. I used to have a Rat Corsair mouse and I liked it, but I'm currently using a Razer Def Adder and I've recently bought a new one because I love it. It's just so comfortable in my hand that I don't want to change. But I've heard lots of good things about some of the new skeleton mice that you can get. I don't know if anyone's seen them, like the ultra comfortable ones that kind of mold to the shape of your hand, yet have got really good precision, etc.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Meant to stop
Yes.
RSI and repetitive strain injury and stuff.
Gosh, mice are so weird. It's just like when you buy a mouse and you're just buying a computer, you just buy like the cheapest mouse you can find. When you're buying a gaming mouse, you do that research. You get the microscope on that shit. And it's like, is it good?
You do that with
I need
everything
a
with
good
gaming,
mouse.
though.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
when did you last give a damn about what headphones you bought for talking to someone on Skype or something? But when you got a headset and you want to play games, you do a lot of research for it.
Oh,
Keyboard.
yeah.
Who cares what keyboard they type with at work? Well, actually, when I'm playing games, I need a mechanical keyboard that lights up and does everything for me.
I
If-
need my colors to match. Damn it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Fucking Tarkov turned me into an audio file, dude. I was like, fuck, about a fucking DAC. And way better fucking headphones, dude. I can fucking hear sounds, or fucking not sounds. I can hear colors.
Here
Your
comes.
colors.
Dude, it's so fucking crazy. But even still, even with all this extra money I spent, the audio on Target was still garbage. So it's like, all right, that person sounds behind me, and then I turn around when they were approaching me from my front right, and then I'm now facing the wrong way, and they shoot me in the back.
They
Have
they
you
added a
played-
new audio system to it that is
Steam audio.
Yeah,
Well,
it's not the full Steam
officially
audio.
Steam. It's not yet
It's,
Steam Audio. They're working
binary,
on that. Yeah, so they're
right?
working on Steam Audio. This is like the first integration of it. So this is their first attempt.
So
And
I've
I
heard
use
a
it. I
lot.
like it.
I've heard a
The
lot about it.
directionality is a lot better.
Well, isn't
Yeah.
there like some problems with it where like some people you just can't hear at all?
But you
There
have that
was,
anyway.
but I
mean,
There
I
still
think
is.
so.
There still is glitches. Like for instance, at the moment, sometimes RG55 grenades are glitched, so you don't hear it being thrown. You just hear it explode next to your face. You have
Mm.
no warning of it going and stuff like that. But I
That
mean,
would hurt my feelings.
there is definitely places like third floor on three-story dorms on customs. If you're in certain places on the third floor, you do not hear anyone coming up the stairs until they're on the top step. And that's like a documented fact that if you stand in certain places on that floor, you cannot hear anyone on the stairs until they're up on the top. So there's definitely, I think, glitches in the code in specific places that they need to fix and address. But there's a lot of that in Tarkov.
There's a
let's
lot
face it.
to work on. You can't be perfect the first time.
Or the
Well,
8th,
that's the
or
problem.
the
It's
15th.
not the
Uh,
first time.
It's not the it's not the well Tarkov. If you're trying to get hyper realism, you're gonna have a lot of problems with it, and I think that's their biggest thing right now.
Yeah.
But
No, for sure.
they're
And for a
working on it.
small group, they do an amazing job. For
Oh,
being
yeah.
a small group of people, they do an amazing job.
Because of the what did I say? fuck, my short-term memory's getting to the best of me. Um, it's just so impressive what they could do as such a small team. Like, look at how far they've gone. Look at how much they've done.
I mean,
It's
they
shocking.
they definitely. I mean, from what I've seen of Nikita and the way that he talks to the community and the way he's always on steady stream and all that kind of stuff
Mhm.
is he's kind of like the overlord. So he's had this beautiful idea and he's conceptualized it and he's now got people on board to help him do it, and that team's growing and growing, and he's kind of now the mascot that stands there and comes up with the idea and goes. He's the person that sits in the meeting, and you've all done a massive amount of work over the last 2 months. You've got the game up. You just released this amazing patch, and everyone sat there feeling, oh right, we can rest for a few seconds now. And he's like,
Nah.
guys, and wouldn't it be great if all that work we just did, you know, if we could just make it that slightest bit better, if we could just change it a little bit and tweak it, and it's those kind of changes and tweaks that take forever and are the most annoying things in the world. He's that kind of person that seems to just push his team and keep striving for perfection, which is great. But I imagine he must be quite a slave driver to work for.
You know what's funny? You say that like, oh, just a little tweak here, but it's just like he just wants a new map.
Yeah.
Can we just make a little tweak
you know,
here?
woods.
Like you know,
He probably doesn't
What about
talk.
forest?
He probably doesn't talk to like his employees before he goes on a podcast, makes a bunch of promises,
Yeah,
and then all of a
yeah.
Oh,
That's how
yeah.
they
Come
find
on,
out what
man.
they're meant to be doing is they watch the podcast and goes, well, shit, guys, that's what we got to do now.
Yeah, they hear about
Where did
Streets
that
of
come from?
yeah, Streets of Tarkov. They found out about the podcast. Like, oh, you fucking me.
But we were working on the other map first. God damn it, was he done?
There's always the other guy who's sing on the podcast with him. Who is that?
So the other thing that's coming in the upcoming patch, along with the upgrade to Woods, is which I think a lot of people here will appreciate.
Wait, how do we know it's Woods?
We don't.
Because
It's
we
a
don't.
guess.
We're speculating. We're speculating
it's
on the fact they've
Factory?
done stuff to other places. Because Factory is already a well-rounded map. I don't
What
think
if
it's
they
going to be
make
Factory.
Factory huge?
Jesus, don't. How?
God.
Mm,
What are they
I
gonna
don't
do?
think they
Push
would.
out the walls?
yeah, I don't know. I don't think they
Knock
would.
holes in 'em.
I mean, there are a few doors you can't open, but I think it's going to be Woods.
You
I'm
can now
hoping it is.
leave
There's
Factory.
nothing
um,
on Woods.
They
The other
add
thing
2
that was-
more floors to labs.
The other thing that was
Oh,
in
God.
that
You know, they
Yeah,
did
the lift
promise
now
that a
work.
long time ago, didn't they?
potentially.
Because the stairs go up past where you can go, and there's a door there. They literally
it could be
have a
labs.
whole other floor. That
Two
would
Maybe
be
it's
other
a-
sick.
floors. So
Maybe it's a labs where you have to pass a test to prove you're not a
Well,
hacker. Maybe you
it
have to
would-
actually choose which one of these items is the items it says it is,
Well,
just to prove
would-
that you're a human.
listen, hear me out. It would make sense if it was the slabs that went all the way up to the surface level, because once they add in Streets of Tarkov, you either have to go through customs or streets to get to labs. And you're not going to just go in already on the 3rd basement floor. You're going to go in from the surface level.
Yeah, I think that'll be something that comes later. They're not anywhere near doing that yet. They're definitely not.
I don't think they have enough people that play labs consistently.
Yeah,
Like, it's
that
not
they
the
don't
majority
ban.
of their community. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you ever go to a labs lobby, bro, it's never more than like 1 page. But if you go to like Shoreline, Customs, or what's another one that's really popular? Interchange. It's like you have to scroll down like 3 pages of people looking for group.
Kind of running out of maps there, Jake.
I know, right? I feel like there's a lot of reserve players that's kind of like labs. It's like the hardcore reserve players that
Yeah.
only go reserve.
Yeah. So
I don't
what I
feel
was
like
saying
a
a
lot
minute
of
ago
people
is the other thing in the Reddit post from Nikita as to what they're bringing out with this next post when they bring out the new map upgrade or whatever it is the compass. It's not going to be a wrist attached compass. That's coming in the future, but it's going to be a compass that you can put on your person and pull out. So you drop your gun and you lift up a compass to find out where you are and what direction you need to go, which I think
It's
will
gonna
help a
get
lot
so
of new
many
people.
killed. It's
Yeah,
gonna get so
definitely.
many people killed. Guys, he's to our West! I'm dead.
I think it's West. At least
But
that's
it
what
will-
it looks like.
I mean, it's like an aid, isn't it? You take out your compass, you look what direction things are, and then it helps you visualize where you are. So when you next have to
Yeah.
take out your compass, you already can visualize where north was, if that makes sense. So I
Yeah,
think it will
for sure.
actually help teach people, and in the end, they won't need the compass.
Yeah,
I wonder how
for
much
sure.
that
I mean,
compass is gonna be.
I'm gonna be
I
really
think it's
mad,
free.
bro. I'm really gonna be
I hope it's
mad
free.
if they screw around with the directions of north, east, west, and south whenever it's
Because you
like
know
their
them.
map
Yeah.
orientation. Yeah, like if you built your map with a top side, that better be north. I swear.
Reserve is now northeast. It's now southeast. It's changed.
Oh my
Everything's
god.
backwards.
I remember when I first started playing the fucking map creators for Shoreline, like one of them had it upside down. And so people would be like, no, head west. And then you would head to east. And I'd be like, I'm not at the right place. And I remember, I don't remember if you guys were on my staff yet or not, but I remember having an argument with don't use that other fucking map because that guy's a moron. 'Cause he doesn't know where fucking
yeah.
north is.
But
Just
the
like whenever Reserve came out and Dome was north, because everyone was like, yeah, Dome's the top of the map. And then everyone who
You look
played
at
Shoreline was like,
Shoreline.
look, on the north side of the map is Dome for Shoreline. So the
it's
Dome
actually the
has
south.
to be south on Reserve.
And you know that Shoreline is the one map where actually the north, south, east, and west is fixed because you have
North,
east and west
yeah,
storms.
east and west, yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
it's on the keys. So
Yeah, it's on the fucking
Shoreline
keys.
is the map that sets the orientation for the rest of the game.
That had so many players screwed up for so long, for like 6 months. Even now, I could go in and play with probably anybody and be like, which way is north for you on Reserve? And if they say Dome is north, then I'll just leave the lobby. I'm not
'Cause
playing
he's a
with
good
you with a
director. He
backward.
likes playing
Yeah.
with he likes playing with the people that don't know. He likes helping them. He's a great
Everybody
director.
knows that Dome is east.
What?
Dome is what
No.
now? Don't you start this, young man.
If they say, what do you mean? Then I'm like, I can help you. Don't
Pilgrim
worry.
sat here going, sorry guys, what's Dome? What's Dome?
Yeah,
Haven't
what's
played
Yeah,
this
you
yet.
haven't played since Reserve, have you, Kilrim?
I've tried Reserve twice.
Fox?
You haven't even seen
It's
the new
okay.
edition of it? Oh,
I
they
haven't
added
seen
a
the new addition to
basement.
that or customs. No, I
Yeah,
haven't.
the new basement. You can go through
Ah.
all of the buildings on the west side of the map. I guess it's east side. I don't even know. On one side of the
Pawns,
map,
pawn
east or
buildings.
west, the pawn
Pawns and
building
bishops.
side, you can go through all of those buildings, like in between each one through the underground. So everyone who used to sit on Dome and snipe like a bunch of buttholes, Jake.
It's Jake's favorite thing to do. It's called Jake's Rock, for God's
I
sake.
know. So it's not Jake's Rock anymore, guys. I can't sit up there and shoot people because all they do is go through on the ground. They
Yeah.
forced you to play aggressive.
They forced you to actually play the game. Well, Kappa.
I just wanted to sit
So-
up there and shoot people, bro.
I don't
Just
know
work
if
on merch.
I don't know if any
on
of you guys
Quest.
have. I don't know.
The,
I don't know if you guys have ever watched it, but there's a really really good video on YouTube from one of the famous streamers, Veritas, where he actually talks to a hacker, someone from the UK who had played the game for 2 years and then got really really annoyed with it and wanted to do better but couldn't. He wasn't showing any signs of improvement, and he decided to. Someone offered him some cheats, and he was weak and said yes. And the interview is incredibly interesting to watch. I mean, it's like a 15-20 minute video where they go through and they show some of the footage and they talk to him about it and ask him why he did it and what it was like. And actually, it's incredibly enlightening as to how the cheats work and how you can kind of get around them and stuff. So they bypass the whole thing of cheating's bad, don't do it. I mean, that's just a given.
yeah.
They then sit there and they talk about how the cheats worked and what to look out for, and if you do find someone that's hacking or you expect is hacking, what you should kind of do to try and beat them, if that makes sense. And it's definitely worth watching that video of Veritas's, because I mean there are quite a lot of hackers on labs, and we found someone Shoreline the other day, Jake, didn't we?
Yeah.
So I mean it was really interesting, and actually from his perspective, he used a cheat that was apparently untraceable, and he was banned within 4 days of accessing the cheat.
Wow.
And he lost his EOD account. And I mean, 4 days in my head, that's pretty damn good actually.
That's faster than Valve.
Because he
with
was
CS:GO.
trying. Yeah, well, he was trying to avoid being detected, and he basically had bought this cheat that was something like 25 think it's £25 a day or something stupid, or £25 a month. I mean, they're ridiculously expensive, but it's really interesting hearing about how much they are, what he had to do to get it, and then talking a bit more about real money trading and stuff. So I definitely jump on YouTube, everyone, and watch that Veritas video if you're interested.
Post that
It's
Doesn't
link
teach
in
you
really
the
how to
chat.
hack. But,
It's really good. It doesn't
worth
show you
watching.
anything about how to hack, but it shows you about the hacks, and it shows you this guy is very remorseful for hacking too in the video. He's not like
He didn't
he's
enjoy it
like
at all,
yeah,
type thing.
it's
And
very
it
eye
shows
opening for
it
people who are
shows that
tempted.
if you're in like a big group and you find a hacker, everyone just run at him at once. Everyone run at him at once and try and kill him, because one of you's going to get him. Because the way the hacks work is they will lock onto one person's head or whatever body part you choose, and it won't unlock off that person until they're dead.
Oh,
So
so they
if they're
can switch
stuck locked
targets?
on, yeah, they can't switch targets. If they're
Oh,
locked
shit.
onto that person, then they're
You can like
screwed.
run
So
behind the
if you go
wall
at
and they're
them
locked
one
onto
by
that
one,
person.
yeah, so if you literally go one by one, you're gonna die. But if he's aiming in that direction and he gets locked onto someone and then he can't kill them, he can't kill the rest of you.
So you're saying bayonet charge, and
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll probably
exactly
win.
that. Exactly.
Because you're gonna
that.
lose your gear either way. You might as well try to kill him, even if it's only one of you that survive.
Oh yeah,
'Cause if you
killing
think
the
about it-
hacker is a win for everyone on the map.
Oh,
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, if you think about it, the majority of the time, people just they hide and they try and kill him and they wait for him to come around the corner and he gets you one by one by one by one. Well, that is the complete opposite of what should happen. And actually, they demonstrate it in the video where he actually almost gets killed by someone that's running a low level gear because he accidentally locks onto a scav instead of the player that's running at him, because there was a scav somewhere slightly nearer behind a wall, if that makes sense. So, I mean, it's definitely worth watching that video. It's so interesting for the Tarkov community.
I have
Yeah.
to watch it after this probably. Because
It's
I know
very good.
there's a bunch of hackers who are being caught. Like people live stream while hacking.
Oh yeah.
It's
yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
on Twitch as well, and it's insane. Like the people use radar hacks or some shit where you use another computer to do it, and it's so obvious because the guy's looking at the another monitor, not his chat monitor. He's like, "Oh shit! I just saw a bunch of people go into Idea." You can't see Idea all the way from that side of the fucking interchange, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird how people just think they can.
Or
get
like
away
the
with
guy who was running the SR25 that had no recoil, completely no mods, just a
Yeah.
red dot on it.
it. Oh,
It was like, bro, there's
Come
no
on.
way your hand is that good.
I'll chuck you a link to a clip yesterday. I've got two clips from me and Jake did a squad stream yesterday, and we got killed by a couple of hackers, and we recorded it. One of the hackers decided to after he killed us on labs, when he found out that we were TTVers, he jumped into my stream and was like, "Yo guys, I got killed. Oh, I'm so sorry. I killed you. Blah blah blah. Then someone killed me, and I lost all my stuff. And yeah, we're like." Really? You were definitely hacking. Oh no, I wasn't hacking. I had a really high ping.
I
and
came
you
in
were
with a
hacking.
VSS and a raid backpack with no
I
armor.
pulled-
I'm not
I literally-
hacking.
I pulled up the clip onto my stream and said, "Right, yeah, you're not hacking," and then just watch him zing across the map, floating in midair, not making any noise at all. And I literally am aim down scope looking at him, and he just zips across the doorway, floating in midair. It's absolutely hilarious. And I just put that on loop and said, "Yeah, you're not hacking. What's this then?" And he's just sat there going, "Oh, it's something to do with my ping. It's something to do with ping. Oh no, and my chat's just going absolutely apeshit at him because it's just hilarious. Him obviously realizing that there's video proof that he's been hacking and that he's definitely going to get caught,
I
and he's
hate
trying
those kinda
to play
hackers.
damage. He shouldn't be doing it. He's trying to do damage report now. He's trying to stop us from reporting him or whatever, and it's just hilarious.
No, we're gonna
It
report
You
your
want
genuinely
to
ass.
know
is.
what I did to a streamer once that was kind of mean?
What'd you do?
Or what?
I was a scav and I got killed by this streamer, and I instantly go onto his stream. I watch him loot all the stuff, and as soon as he gets near the extract, I'm like, "Bro, I had like a colored key card in my chest rig. You should go back and check my body." And he went all the way back to find nothing in my chest rig.
He got trolled. He was probably like, "Well, I'm never trusting Chad again."
You can't not. You can't
Did
not.
he still live or did he die going back?
Oh, he didn't die. I wish he did. That would have
Oh, that
made
would've been
like
great.
the icing on the cake.
Aw, that's
At
toxic.
least
You
wasted
can't do
his
that.
time.
Yeah.
At least he wasted his time.
But every time I go into a scav raid, if I die, I want to die to a streamer just so I can say that to them.
Yeah. I mean, the worst streamer to die to is Exfil Camper. I don't know if anyone stopped by his channel, but I mean, he's got 527 people watching him at the moment. I just clicked onto his stream to see what he's doing, and he's literally sat at Extract playing RuneScape while he waits for someone to run to Extract.
He
So
plays
he can-
RuneScape while waiting.
Yeah, he literally sits at Extract
He
every
studies
single
for
raid.
finals,
And he
reads.
studies, yeah, he reads, he studies for finals. He doesn't give a damn about chat. He doesn't do any of that. He just literally sits there until he hears people running towards Extract, and then he'll undo what he's doing, go into raid, kill him, take the stuff, and extract. And that is an entire gameplay. And he's got over 100 million in his stash. And just literally, that's how he plays Tarkov. An entire raid sat at one extract, hoping someone will come there and he can just surprise them. And he just does everything else while doing it. It's
What map does he do
absolutely
it on?
All of
every
them.
map.
All of them.
All of them.
Reserve, interchange, customs. He just
If you haven't
goes
seen
everywhere.
General Sam, go look at
Yeah,
General Sam's video.
General
He
Sam
plays
does a
them.
YouTube video of him. He
Oh.
does this whole video where he's like, guys, I'm going to extract camp. I'm going to learn to extract camp. So he goes and does a joint video with Exfil Camper, and Exfil I mean, it's worth watching because Exfil Camper goes through and shows you some of his favorite spots on different maps. Which now, because it's been publicized on YouTube, everybody extract camps at those spots.
So you just
it's
spam-
a great
just
way
spam
of
them.
learning. Yeah, exactly. It's a great way of learning where they are, so you can avoid them. But it's a good fun video as well because it's just so stupid. Not the way that I want to play the game at all. But he literally just sits in a corner and waits while playing RuneScape or something else. I mean, he was playing Solitaire the other day while he was playing Tarkov. Like, Solitaire, really? Why not just play Tarkov?
Because
He
why?
is the sole reason when I run interchange now, I always try to take the Object 11 extract.
Yeah.
Bro, I have exit camped so many people out of that deal. Like, I'll just be in the basement and hear the door go like ka-clunk and open. I have videos of me like just running in there before they get in there and jumping up behind the toilet right there,
Yeah.
like on that box, and I
You
just
did it
sit
the other
back
day.
there.
You did it
And
the other
you'll
day.
just hear
and
him
literally
running.
just
You
they
just
run
hear
in
him
and they
running.
start looking and looting, and you just come out from behind the box and kill them.
Oh, it's so much fun. And that's like the one place I'm okay with exit camping, because if you're gonna just open that door up without having anyone there guard it, like you kind of asking to get shot whenever you run into that
Well,
door.
it's not so much extra camping then. It's actually you're waiting for someone that you know is about to come there. In my head it's slightly different. It's
Yeah.
not you waiting for the door to open and hiding. You're just going past.
No one
you hear it.
opens $1 million door and then doesn't come to it.
Yeah, exactly. That also the key card decreases every time you do it. So
Yeah.
I throw a
they have
grenade
to.
in there before I go in.
Yeah. Well, the grenade won't even kill you if you stand up behind that.
Yeah, unless it lands literally next to the box, your grenade won't kill him.
Yep.
Good
I've
thought.
been grenaded in there. Anyways, we probably ought to move on to a
Yeah.
new topic.
I mean, you guys, you and Jake and Shifty, you guys been live streaming now, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, it's going really well. Thank you very much.
How's it?
well.
Yeah, I use
So this
watched
is what
it.
happened. Jake has been told by so many people in FaT that, oh, Jake, you're so good at the game. Oh my God, I want to be just like you, Jake. You should definitely live stream. I'd watch you all the time. But Jake had no clue how to live stream. So he sheepishly started about a month or so ago, and I helped him set up his channel, etc. And I thought, oh fuck it, I'll give it a go. I've tried it before. I've got really disheartened with Twitch, and I'll give it a go. And actually, Twitch has changed completely. So originally, you used to have to attract the attention of Twitch to get your sub button and to be able to run full HD channels and stuff. But they've changed the system now, and I don't know when they did it, but they've changed it. So now what you have to do is meet some achievements, and you have to get 50 followers, stream for X amount of hours, and have an average of 3+ viewers. So me and Jake set out together to help each other get our affiliate rank and our sub buttons, which we managed to do within the space of a week or two. And since then, we've just been streaming all the time and having some great fun with the community. And members of FaT have been jumping in and playing with us and stuff as well. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. I'm a good gamer whenever it comes to Tarkov, but I'm really bad at reading chat. And Shifty's really good at reading chat. And
But
so
I die a lot. So I sit there and manage our chats and talk to everyone and entertain them while they watch Jake play.
I remember yesterday
That's
I was
kind of the
watching you
team that we
guys.
got.
Like yesterday I was watching you guys and you fucking team killed Shifty with a nade or some shit. You're like, ah.
Yes, he saw it.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, Jake, I thought you were good. What the fuck is this
I
shit?
was good. That was a good play.
It was a good play until
killing your own
Shifty,
mate.
until you killed Shifty.
He's like, I killed the fuck out of Shifty, man. It was an excellent
Yeah,
team
well,
kill.
he did it. He did it well. He did
500
it well with
IQ
an aid.
team kill. It didn't even kill the
Bro.
other guy the nade was intentional for.
I killed him, but with my gun. So
And then
the
you got
grenade was
killed by a
never meant to kill
shotgun.
him. It was a distraction. It was to flush him out of the cover so I could jump up there and shoot over the wall. Like I jumped up, saw him, shot. He shot at me. I jumped off the wall. Shifty ran to the hole. I didn't know he pushed through, so I like threw a grenade at Big Red to make him push away from the wall. And I jumped back up, and then I see two people fighting. I'm like, Shifty, is that you? And I was like, I just threw a grenade over
Bang.
there. What are you doing? Boom! And then I shot the guy, and I was like, oh no, I'm so sorry, Shifty. Oh, I feel like such an idiot.
Oh, you best be.
As he
sorry.
takes my stuff.
As he takes
and
his
then I
stuff and die.
I'm so sorry. Oh, this is a nice gun. Oh, this is nice.
I just see him grabbing his loot. I'm like, where are you gonna go with that? You're gonna dump it? And then he just dies. I'm like, oh, I guess he's not gonna dump it now.
Yeah, I should have ran into Bush Alley. I could have survived. I could have.
Yeah. So I mean,
It was a bad play.
what we're doing on as part of our stream is we're effectively playing with viewers and playing with people from FaT. I mean, we're kind of people from FaT seem to be more a family than people that we necessarily just let watch, etc. We most of the time we're playing with other people from there. We play with quite a lot of members quite regularly. So if you're around, jump in the channel, say hello, and if we're not doing anything, more than welcome to join both of us. I think I speak for Jake as well, but yeah, it's really good fun, and we're doing quite a lot of things. So there's some competitions at the moment. We're about to start a competition in September that FaT is all welcome to join, where there's going to be some prizes, some game codes, etc., going out there, and it's all good fun.
What kind of
all on
competition
Tarkov.
is that?
So that we're reintroducing something that I think quite a lot of people might remember this. So we're reintroducing a competition that can't remember his name. Who's our lovely flea market friend?
Frank.
Frank Machiavelli came up with an idea, and I believe it was Frank, where you run an event where you do an offline raid on labs, and the person who kills the most raiders and posts the extraction notice at the end with those raider kills, the person who's done the most at the end of the month wins a prize, basically. And so we actually, just before this podcast, this is why we're slightly late, we were myself, Jake, and another streamer were doing a squad stream where we were all doing the competition simultaneously for our viewers to watch, and it was absolutely hilarious. We all chose different guns. We all went in on our own, and Jake won rather annoyingly. And we just did as an example. So all the way through September, we're running that. So if you want to get involved, etc., I will put the details in the Tarkov channel. I'm sure Pink Guy or whoever's doing the events at the moment in Tarkov can post it up as well, and people can get involved. But there's some prizes and stuff there, so everyone's more than welcome to join in. Yeah, it's good fun. I'm really enjoying it. I've met some really cool people, and the support has been absolutely incredible. So today I actually hit my over 80 subscribers. So I hit 82 subscribers this month so far. So for my first month, I think that's absolutely incredible. So I've been doing really well. And it's
I feel
mainly
like
because of
that's
the love and
82
support.
more than the normal person would get.
Well, I mean, my average views is going through the roof. I mean, between me and Jake, when we're doing a squad stream, we can pull in anywhere between 10 and 25 viewers. So actually, between us, when we're doing a squad stream, we both get the viewers as such on our channel. So it works really well. So, I mean, helping each other and helping out, etc., it seems to be going really well.
The other thing isn't like streaming for Tarkov, isn't it mostly just solo players? So like, I'm sure people are finally getting new perspective on team play for the game.
Squad, Twitch is, I don't know why they haven't done it. They keep saying they're going to roll it out, but squad streaming is something that partners of Twitch are allowed to do via Twitch. And to be a partner in Twitch, you have to have over 75 average viewers and a few other bits and bobs. And then you have to apply like a job to Twitch and have an interview as to why you should become a partner. So it's an exclusive club. Not many people get partnered by Twitch. and there's only so many spaces for each game, etc. So it's a really hard thing to do. And you actually get a contract and various other bits once you hit partner, I believe, as well, as to how much you're going to stream and what you're going to do, etc. Now, me and Jake can't do that. We're not partnered. We're not that lucky yet. So we're only affiliates. So we have a third party app that we advertise in our stream that is just watching the embedded version of our Twitch streams on one page. So you can see both chats, you can see both streams, you can watch both of us at the same time. But by watching that, the viewership counts for both streamers. So it's just a way that people can watch both of us simultaneously, and actually you can see the squad stream. You can see what both of us are doing at any one time, which is great when we're playing tactically and actually doing well and stuff. Because you see Jake run in, and you see me swing around the corner and try and flank them, and find out they're already dead because Jake's just murdered them all. So it kind of it works that way quite a lot. So it's a bit more interesting. So it's a fun way of watching it, and it's exactly like doing squad streams in Discord now, and doing squad streams with your group in Discord. Just that it's on Twitch, so there's more people watching.
Well, all right. I think that wraps this up for this episode. I want to thank you all for being here, and especially Jake for agreeing to this. I messaged him out of nowhere. It's like, hey, want to do a podcast? He was like, oh yeah, sure, fuck yeah. And I was like, all right, cool. Just invite who you want. And he invited these free people, I guess. I don't know. I don't know you guys very well, and I'm happy you guys showed up as well, especially you, Shifty, since it's coming out at 4 a.m. now.
Yeah, 4 a.m. I've got to get up for work at 7, so.
Holy shit. I am so sorry. All right. Well,
oh, it's all right. Don't worry.
To everyone watching, thank you for tuning in. To everyone here, thank you for participating. And I'll hopefully see you guys later. Have a great night.
Thanks very much, Gordo. Cheers.
Thanks, Gordo. Peace.